Welcome collectors, thank you for tuning in to this installment of Diecast Emporium. Today I am stoked to show you the latest batch of Hot Wheels Fast and Furious premium models. These are the quick shifters, a little bit of interesting tidbit about this particular set. All of these cars were driven by female characters in the film franchise, and when we see each vehicle, I'll give you a little bit of background information, such as which character drove each vehicle and which movies they were in. Kind of a little bit of background information. I'm a little bit of a Fast and Furious kind of nut. Have been since the very first film when I was a very young boy. So with that out of the way, again, this is the J-Case, the J-Case assortment right here. And if you're like me and you work for a living and you work very hard and you don't have time to go store to store to hunt for these on the pegs, I strongly urge you to visit the link in the description at jcardiecast.com, where you can buy these by the case, so that you don't have to go store to store and hunt for these on the pegs only to find out that they're not there. Save yourself a whole lot of time and gas money and frustration. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start the unboxing, shall we? So here's the top for those of you that want to see that, because there are some, and that's totally fine. So there are 5 models in each series, so again, not 100% sure on the distribution, but I'm assuming, and I'm very hopeful, that there should be 2 complete sets, so 5 and 5. Here's the bottom. There you go. All right, let's start the unboxing. So again, the card art kind of has, well, not kind of, it does have a pink background, paying homage to the fact that all of these vehicles were driven by female characters. And there's one in here in particular that I'm very excited to see in person, because it's been one of my favorite cars since I was little, and that is the Honda NSX. And the fact that it's now a premium, I couldn't be more excited. Okay, so here is the top-down view, and from first glance, it looks like we are not disappointed. It looks like there's 2 of each, so that's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and pull out each of these. All right, so we have, these are not in numerical order yet. I will when we do the review. This is the Nissan Skyline GT-R BCN R33. There are 2 of those. Awesome looking card art, awesome looking vehicle. So there's those. Next we have, and don't click off or turn off the video, we are going to be unboxing and taking a closer look at these. I'm simply showing you the card art right now. We have the 65 Corvette Stingray Coupe, or Coupe, 2 of those. Again, looks great. Check out the card work, the artwork on the card, just awesome. And there's the pink background that I told you about. Quick Shifters is in pink as well. Next we have Suki's Honda S2000, which this was a basic in the $1 Walmart set a number of years ago. Now it's a premium. So if you were waiting for this to finish out your Too Fast, Too Furious set, here you go. Man, it looks good. Next we have, oh yeah, Letty's 70 Plymouth Barracuda, AAR. Wow. And finally, oh yes, my lovely 2003 Honda NSX Type R. Good Lord, that's awesome. Okay, what we'll do now, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to unbox one of each of these. I'll tell you a little bit of background information about the real vehicle and the character, and then we'll take a look at the model. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. First car we'll take a look at, this is Suki's Honda S2000 from Too Fast, Too Furious. One of the first cars that you see in that movie. It's in one of the opening scenes. There's the card art. There's the vehicle. Definitely promoting girl power. On the back, there you can see verification that it is in Too Fast, Too Furious. That's how all of these cards work, if you didn't know, or if you just didn't want to trust me, which is totally fine. That's how you can find out what movie they are in. There's the rest of the vehicles in this set. There's this information if you need it. and all of your other copyright information. All right, let's bust this open and take a closer look at it. So, although she's not a main character, Suki does have a reoccurring role throughout much of Too Fast, Too Furious, and she's very proud of her Honda S2000. You can see that she has some decals along the side, and I really like the rubber tires on this. Again, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's see if we can focus this in closer. There we go. Perfect. You can see here that it says copyright TM Universal Studios. I really wish they would have left this decal out. Forgive the writing on my finger there. That's from work. I apologize. I really wish they would have left this out or put it somewhere where it's a little bit more discreet, because it kind of takes away from the deco, in my opinion. Maybe that's something that they can address. You can see that it's not on the right side. On the back, you have your taillights and your Honda logo. There's your exhaust. Again, maybe this would look a little bit better and more realistic if your exhaust in this, this almost looks like a rear diffuser, if that was black. Your spoiler, again, pink, and there's your tampos all across the top, again, which look fantastic. Look really, really good. So there's Suki's ride from Too Fast and Too Furious. I believe that she does win, if memory serves me correct. We're going back to 2003 here. If memory serves me correct, I believe she wins the race. The bridge race, as I call it in this. So there you go. That's hers. Next, we have the Nissan Skyline GT-R. So this vehicle appears for all of about maybe a minute and a half in Tokyo Drift. There's the back. And it's driven by, to my knowledge, an unnamed female character. But one of the most well-liked characters in the whole franchise, Han, drifts around the two women in this vehicle to get their phone number. And again, that's where you see this vehicle in Tokyo Drift. It's not a main vehicle. It's not very popular. Again, you see it for all of less than 2 minutes, but that's where it appears. When Han drifts his RX-7 around them to get their phone number. But there it is. I do love the two-tone blue and silver on this, especially those dots back here towards the rear. I like the wheels. They look good. Front looks excellent as well, with the R centered there on the grille. There you go. On the back. And I believe if this is accurate, this should be right-hand drive. And it is. So there's your steering wheel on the right side. So they even got that right. There's your license plate, which again is accurate to Japan and Tokyo. Very well done. And I think those, oh my gosh, they got the subs correct that are in the back. Wow. Nicely done. All right. Now, we're going in numerical order, but if I was going in a biased order, this would be the one I'm saving for last. This is the 03 Honda NSX Type R. This is driven by Mia at the end of the 4th film and at the beginning of the 5th film when they're breaking Dom out of the prison bus. So, again, you see it very briefly in both sequences. And I think it actually might appear a couple other times throughout the movie. But again, it's all very brief. They nailed the red interior. The flat black paint, they did very well on it. Again, this is another right-hand drive car, which they did great on. The actual wheels are more silver in the film than they are on the car, but that's okay. Nailed the back, along with the license plate. And yeah, looks awesome. You've heard me say, if you've watched any of my other Hot Wheels videos, especially the premium ones where you're paying the extra premium, for lack of a better word, there's the underside of it. I really wish they would incorporate and cast, even if they're tiny, just the mirrors. Because at this price point, they really could afford to do it. And it would add so much to these castings if they would just put the mirrors on. And I know I'm not alone in that sentiment. So if there happens to be somebody, which I doubt there is, but if there happens to be somebody from Hot Wheels that is watching this video, please consider doing that for your high-end adult clientele. Maybe, honestly, I would pay even a higher price for these premiums if you would cast a little bit more detail into them. I may be in the minority of that, but that's my 2 cents. Anyway, there is the NSX, again, driven by Mia. A wonderful, wonderful car. Looks great. All right, I could stare at that all night. I will spare the rest of you. Number 4 in the set, the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. This is driven by Letty in Fast 6 in the Race War sequence, right? Where she races the Audi R8. So this is a little bit more recent in terms of the film. Look at that. You can see that they have the two-tone black striping. If you're not familiar with the films, Letty's character and Dom's character, they have a love interest, obviously. And more often than not, they are driving Mopar vehicles, Plymouth, Dodge, that kind of thing. Which there'll be an exception here in about 5 minutes because you'll see that Letty's driving a Chevy Corvette. But more often than not, they're in Dodge or Plymouth. They're in Mopar products, and there's no exception here. Again, this appeared in a drag race during the race wars. Awesome looking car. Check out the taillights here. You have the Plymouth license plate here. You got the CUDA insignia next to it. Here's these are what's called hood pins. They literally, like if you've ever seen a NASCAR stock car, they're literally hood pins. That's how you would open up the hood. There's your front end with your lights. Fog lights down here. And I love the red around the wheels. It gives it a nice aggressive look. And the exhaust exits out on both sides as it does on the real car. Very well done. So there is the Barracuda, or the CUDA. Either way is technically correct. And last, but certainly not least, is the 65 Corvette Stingray Coupe or Coupe. Technically, either way is correct. This was in The Fate of the Furious, which at the filming of this video is the most recent in the Fast and Furious franchise, if you don't count Hobbs and Shaw. Here it is. So, again, Letty drives this in The Fate of the Furious. I'll be honest with you, personally, I'm not a huge fan of this car, but there are many people that are. To me, it's not proportionate. The wheels don't look the best, and they stick out of the fender wells too much on it. It just doesn't look right. There's the base of it if you want to see that. The wheels themselves, though, the hubcaps and things, they look good. The paint's okay. I think the red's a little bit off. I'm not sure how well that's coming through on my less than stellar camera. The red is a little bit off of the actual red that's in the film, at least to my eyes anyway. There's just something that's not right about it, in my opinion. Again, I could be wrong, but overall, the license plate is correct. I believe that. Let me double check before I say anything. To me, it looks like it's a New York license plate, which would be accurate. But yeah, it's not horrible, but it just doesn't look right. The profile's off of it. But nevertheless, so you have two vehicles driven by Letty, one by Mia, one by an unknown Tokyo resident, and then one by Suki in Too Fast, Too Furious. So, you guys, let me back out here. You guys let me know down in the comment section below which of these 5 from the quick shifter set by the Hot Wheels Fast and Furious, which ones you guys like the most, which is your favorite, which ones are you hunting for, do you want all 5 of them? Personally, like I said, there's one here that is the standout. Let's get all 5 in the frame, Tommy, jeez. There's one here that is the standout winner in my opinion, and I'm not even that big of a JDM guy. It's this one right here. Again, you guys let me know which is your favorite. One last shameless plug. I purchase, again, all of my Mattel products from J-Car Diecast. There will be a link down in the description below, so please check them out. They are great people. Avoid the lines and the stress of going to the stores. Try and hunt these down. If you live by me, good luck. Honestly, you have a better chance of winning the lottery than finding these in the store. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so much for your time. I truly hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'll see you in the next video.